Off the coast of Singapore is a little island called Pulau Ubin. It's what I call home. It is also the home of Ubin Boy, one of your most favourite dramas on Kids Central. Hi, I'm Millicent, and today you're in for a rare treat. I'm going to take you behind the camera in Ubin and show you how we made the third season of Ubin Boy. You'll also get to hear from your favourite characters about their experiences during the production. As you may know, Ubin Boy is a story about a couple of kids on Ubin. This is Steven and our boy. They are cousins and good friends.
Surprise!
But it hasn't always been this way. Steven is a city boy who used to hate kampong life in Ubin. I can't imagine why. Our boy is a true blue son of the soil and he loves Ubin.
Welcome to Ubin, cousin.
In the beginning, Steven and our boy loved each other. Not really.
City boy, don't know anything.
Then you know where the water from your well comes from? See? Kampong boy, don't know anything.
What are you doing?
Come on, put it up. Fight.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Why not? I do chicken. Clack, clack, clack.
That's it. You sold it this time.
Come on. I'm going to show him I can give it as good as I can take. I'm a lean, mean fighting machine. I can even beat him with my eyes closed. Look over there, there's a monkey.
After a few teething problems, Steven and our boy became fast friends. And let's not forget about my character, Xiaomin, who's always the level-headed one of all of them. And the boy's grandmother, Amma. Poor thing, who had to make the boys stay out of trouble. Well, that was then. A lot has happened since. Now let's zip forward to the present. This is our transport to Ubin. Fun, isn't it? We are on our way to shoot the third season of Ubin Boy. We always have to wake up very, very early so that we can get as much time as possible for the shoot. And we have to be very focused all the time to make sure that we give our best performances. Well, some of us. And next, we reveal more juicy details as we probe further behind the scenes of Ubin Boy 3. Here we go then, camera rolling! In this season, our boy goes to New Zealand to see his relatives on his mother's side. It makes him appreciate Ubin even more. It also leaves Steven to fend for himself.
Steven, sorry. Okay, wait up, okay? I wanted to tell you, but I knew that you wouldn't come if I told you.
Yeah, of course I wouldn't come. What am I supposed to do here when you're not around?
You know why I didn't tell you? Because you're selfish.
Me? Selfish? You're the one that's going to meet off without even telling me.
Come on, Amma is so old already. I just don't want her to be lonely. Remember when you had troubles with your family? Who was the one who took you in? Amma, right?
This season, I think our boy has grown more mature. He had accepted his cousin Steven, and he's become more responsible.
You must send postcards, okay? I'll tell you everything that happens.
I'm sorry.
I try to make you feel bad about going.
Nah, it's okay. Well, be nice to Bib, okay?
First, let's hear from the cast about their characters.
I think that the difference about our boy in season 3 as compared to season 1 and 2 is that in season 3 he has grown up and he has learned how to take care of other people. And instead of playing pranks on other people like in season 1 and 2, this season he's teaching people and like being the big brother, like an adult kid.
Boy, if you were living in Singapore, you would want Amma to live with you, right?
I'll never leave Ubin.
Well, never say never.
Never. Never.
Steven is a nerd. Loves games, yeah, and he isn't that really those kind of sporty type until maybe season 3 lah. But he's very scared of ghosts or those supernatural things. And always in love one lah. Don't know why. They're really so beautiful.
Think so?
Yeah, I think you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. But whatever it is, I will protect you.
Steven, I'm scared! Xiaomin had to be someone who was strong-willed and a bit tomboyish, which is not so hard for me because I can be a bit like that sometimes.
Xiaomin!
That was funny!
I think season 3, the challenge was how do you keep this concept fresh. So I guess that was the biggest challenge for season 3.
For this season 3, we have introduced 2 new characters. One is Bip.
We've introduced Bib as a new character this season. She's a 10-year-old Malay girl, and it was nice to introduce a small girl and of a different race also with her grandfather, the two of them.
Your parents work hard for you, babe, so you can have the things that you need.
Other kids have the things they need, but their parents don't go away for so long.
What are you going to do? Go to Ubin and tie yourself to a tree?
Bib's an irritant in the show. She disturbs us and hangs around with us. Okay, if you shut up, I'm going to tell you where the ship.
She loves taking adventures. I mean, for a kid, it's quite amazing to be that brave and like going on adventures. I mean, I remember when I was 9 or 10, I couldn't even go into a dark room by myself.
It started that Bib is not so friendly, and then how the 2 boys get to know her. And in the second episode, that is the fishy adventures. That is the time you see that how Bib deal with Xiaomin. So when 2 girls, they might not like each other at the beginning, and Steven will solve it later.
Bib is a tomboy. She's very naughty, talkative, and she likes adventures and magical things. She always mixes around with Steven, Aboy, and Xiaomin.
And there you go! A new season and a new face. We had a lot of fun. And the stories are all exciting and fresh too.
The storylines, we've gotten a little bit also more cheeky. There'll be one episode where we talk about like tongue-in-cheek, haunted places and things like that.
Don't touch it!
It smells of flower. I think Chanti is here. We can help her go to the other side.
What do you mean by that?
You know, like in all those Ghostbuster show, where they tell the spirits to go towards the light, and I think we can hold a ritual or something.
I don't think so. I think we should leave this place and never come back.
What was that?
What are you all doing here?
Be careful! There's a ghost upstairs! Bring the violin!
Have you all been coming here all along?
I told them not to come, but they just wouldn't listen.
Were you the ones who moved my rose and took my shawl?
You mean They were all yours?
The season has matured a bit and we have to also cater for our more mature audience, and this season you will get to see, in fact, a little love story between Stephen and Beep's cousin who came from mainland. So that's for the slightly, older audience who has followed the series through.
Steven!
What?
What's wrong with you?
So I suggested shooting it with an umbrella. Bib told me I looked silly carrying the umbrella, but for some reason, it really didn't bother me at all.
Hey, so what would you like to do first? Cycling, fishing or trekking?
Oh look! A resort! Just my kind of thing. Steven! Excuse me, Shirin. May I borrow him for a second from you? Whatever. I'm going to look for the pool. What? You... Why are you being so kind to her?
Well, she looks okay. Anyway, I promise your grandfather.
You promised me first. Shall we go out again tomorrow?
Sure, I'll see you here again tomorrow morning.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That was a long walk. None of your business. Huh. No, stop!
Yes, I won't tell anyone about it.
We can't be lost. We were only just on the boardwalk.
And then you said, let's go over there. And I said, no. Uncle Philip said not to. And you said, it's okay, just a little bit only.
Hey, what are you saying? I just didn't realize that my hair is covered. That's all. No, I didn't. I just didn't realize that my leg had it.
Maybe you can pull it here. Good. Pull it back or what?
Because I seen it on TV.
Oh. Are you okay or not?
What are you doing here?
This is Ubin Adventures Part 1. These are things you cannot see in Singapore, because if you do see in Singapore, then it's quite dangerous. Yeah. See? It's a wild boar. It's quite cute, right? It's very cute, right? Yeah, see, so cute with hair over. Okay, following our trail of the wild boar, this is Ubin Adventures Part 2. We're going to show you a super scary creature you can find in Ubin. It's got like real long pointy ears and it's really scary, and the eyes are red sometimes. It's like super scary and it's gigantic. Show you. 1, 2, 3. It's a rabbit.
Rabbit! Let's see the babies. Mama, the milk.
You know those rabbits bite? I know.
Yo.
But before you think it was all just fun and games, think again.
We had a hard time deciding which kind of mosquito repellent or what kind of stuff to prevent mosquitoes from biting, from disfiguring our legs, yeah.
I hate using insect repellent because it's so sticky and oily.
And it really itches.
We did our shoot in the November-December period, which is a monsoon period.
Once it started raining, number one, we had limited shelter, number two, we can't do anything. Houses here, they're zinc roof, and when it rains, it makes a lot of noise.
So we can't pick up anything when we say our lines, and we overrun schedule.
Without rain, we just shoot and shoot and shoot. But once it rains, we can sleep, and that's the best part, yeah.
But then, there were always the good points to make up for it. I love Ubin for its beauty and natural surroundings. And there's a lot of interesting places about Ubin and many colourful stories that go with them too. It's something that you'll see a lot in Ubin Boy 3.
In season 3, my directive was to look for new and refreshing locations. We took the whole team, including the writer, and we went around Ubin for the entire day from morning until evening to look for new locations.
There's actual locations for these things that became stories. Like the strange old man, there's a house there where these fishermen, they just keep all this junk there. And I also remembered people like that when I was young. They just kept rubbish and they just kept old tires and whatever. So that became a story.
I said I wanted a fish farm. I wanted to see some things that we have not seen in season 1 and 2 before. So really, I think this season you will see a lot more exciting locations compared to season 1 and 2.
And we went to the German girls' shrine, and that also became a story about the history of the place.
You know, some people even leave things like nail polish, face cream, all the things a girl would need.
I really think we shouldn't stay here for too long.
I thought you were the great protector. Scaredy cat.
Hey, I'm not scared, okay?
Oh, sure. You're scared her spirit will haunt you?
Stop it!
And Cik Jawa, you know, you can only appreciate it once you go and look at it, how beautiful it is and how educational it can be. So definitely, I don't think I could have written the stories like I did if I hadn't gone on a recce.
There were some, how shall I say, challenging times during the shoot. Some of our fellow actors just wouldn't do what they were told.
There are 3 dogs in Ama's house. They always like to follow us, and especially the children. So there are quite a number of scenes that we try to get the dogs to be in shot.
Some of the two-legged actors weren't any better.
Well, some mistakes that we made during the shoot were really funny.
One time when I was supposed to be very angry at Steven, I couldn't stop laughing just because of his face. I don't know, he has this face that makes me laugh.
Some people accidentally mispronounce the words or fart during the shoot.
And the director will get so angry, he'll start shouting at me, and I'll get angry. But once I get angry, I'll laugh again. It's just some mechanism in my body that works that way. I'm actually quite nervous to see my... sorry.
It's gonna crash! And then there are these cloud pockets. When the plane goes into it, it drops. And your stomach feels like it's gonna jump out of your stomach.
Speak for yourself, boys. I got all my lines right. You know, there's no need to be so big-headed about it. Anyway, Bib, I thought your poster was much nicer than Steven's. Really? Yeah. Them. Well, almost all of them. Welcome back to the making of Ubin Boy 3. That's probably my favourite scene. That's what I love about Ubin Boy. Friendship is the most important thing. All the exciting times that we share together. Even the times that we fight.
Am I talking to myself here? This isn't the time to be sulking, right? This is about Ama.
Well, we will think of something really, really special for her. Me and Xiaomin. You can think of it yourself.
Well, as a matter of fact, I already have something really special for her. But since you two are being so annoying, I shall just keep it to myself.
Fine.
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 The most important thing for Kids Central is to entertain the kids. Ubin Boy serves that purpose very, very well. It has an interesting storyline. It has very good characters. It's very, very important for us, for our local dramas, that it relates to our kids. The 3 popular reasons they like is that they think it's funny, and they like the characters, and they also like the fact that it brings them to a place where they're not really familiar with, basically the kampong life. Ubin Boy is actually one of Kids Central's top-rated dramas. As long as the kids are entertained and enjoy themselves, we are happy.
And we're happy being in Ubin Boy because all of us really care about the show. And some of us have even grown up along with it.
Coca-Cola a la boy. You think Steven will like it?
I did it! I did it!
I know what we can do.
You should be.
So big already. So cute. Ama, I'm 10 years old already.
Well, everybody's come a long way since season 1, though some things are more or less the same. Well, the kids are growing up, and so is the show.
I want the kids to remember also to be children. I think children these days forget. Things are very sophisticated these days. They are in front of the computer a lot. Part of it is that, be children again, to go out and play, to use your imagination. I think the character Bib does a lot of that. It's also about how these kids are thrown together in a situation where there's no television, there's no computer games.
This is season 3 now. I have worked with them, the same so-called cast or crew since the season 1. All of them have been wonderful. We had a lot of fun, a lot of good moments during the productions in Ubin. I look forward to work with them again, maybe Ubin 4.
Definitely, I hope the audience will grow with these kids and it will draw more mature audiences as well as the younger audiences, about 7 or 8 years old. Yeah.
At last, what we cherish the most is the great time shared and the friendships made in the process. Unforgettable, indeed. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show, because we enjoyed making it. Here's till we meet next time on Ubin.
Bye-bye!